There's a lot of people in Bitcoin. They like to say, sell your sofa, sell your grandma, like buy Bitcoin, remortgage your house, buy Bitcoin. I do not think that's the way. Which is it's interesting because back when I first got into Bitcoin, I think everyone accepted that it was a very experimental technology, and so you should only put a bit of money into it, only what you can afford to lose, and that hasn't changed for me, which is interesting because I'm starting a crypto podcast, and I just like to be realistic, and that realistic is exactly what I want to bring to this podcast, because all you hear are the rah-rah bands talking up crypto and telling you how great it is and how you should buy it. And, even in any one single crypto that you're interested in, you try to do some research on it, and all you hear is the pros and pros until something goes badly wrong, like we've just seen with Luna. And then you start to see the problems. That's another subject I want to talk about later, because personally, I think that Kwon should be in jail.
Who's that?
Kwon is the lead guy for Luna, and he was actually known for several screwed up projects beforehand. But the thing that really surprised me is that the way that Luna failed, it was pointed out to Kwon on Twitter, I think about a year ago. And so this guy literally said, so this is what you do. You get $1 billion and you buy this. I'm forgetting exactly how it works, but it's basically an incentive structure problem. And he outlined exactly how it was going to collapse, and it went that way. And Kwon replied to it, just basically flaming him, telling him he doesn't know what he's talking about, what a load of rubbish.
Bad sign number one.
Big bad sign, because if he has any clue about cryptocurrency and he had read this, he would have been like, oh dear, this is a problem. And so he didn't. And then everyone saw later this.
Surely he'd have already filled his coffers by that point.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has. He was on, I don't know what he was originally on actually, but he was on TikTok saying, we've got a kill switch. So he said, when we feel like we're no longer serving the market, we can press a button and it sells all of our assets. And he's laughing about it. So why he's not under investigation? Like, what's going on? I just don't understand. He should be. And the thing is that even with all that, I do recognise that it could have been a simple mistake. But he should definitely be investigated, and I would err on the side of he's a dodgy geezer, and he's basically just ripped a load of people off.
And what's his name?
Kwon. So it's DOKWON. Yeah, so basically this cryptocurrency sounds like Do-One.
Yeah, I was thinking Do-Kwon.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, he's his crypto basically hyperinflated recently. Do you even know about this?
No.
So after Bitcoin just started coming down recently, the stable coin on the Luna network, which was UST, I think.
USDT?
USDT, I can't remember. No, USDT is Tether.
USDC?
No, not USDC. USDC is a pretty good one.
Which is the one that collapsed?
That's what I'm...
it was Luna that collapsed.
Luna, and so there's a negative feedback loop where you could basically... I should probably have done some research on this. I'm already forgetting. But it's because that stable coin started to decouple from the dollar, or the dollar mark anyway. And created a negative feedback loop where basically you could sell... if it was above the dollar price and you sold it, it would create Luna, something like that. And so they were intentionally, or if it goes below and you sell it, it would create Luna. And so that they were pushing it down, and they were buying it and pushing it down and shorting it, and basically just dumped both of them.
It literally sounds like it was just sort of making it up as he went along.
Mm. Well, no, I mean, that's the thing. You can't do what he's done without being, you can't do what he's do Kwon without being very, very clever. So
Reminds me of Jay Kwon.
Jay Kwon, yeah. Can you remember any of those songs?
I do. It's like one of my favourites from that era. I can't even remember.
Everybody in the club drink Pepsi. That one.
Something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, and this is one thing that I want to try and avoid is like derailing the conversation, which I am known for, and Lawrence is known for. We are probably the worst two people to get together,
ADHD,
and talk about these subjects and try and stick to the straight and narrow. So yeah, that's my history.